Do, 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 do. Hey, boys and girls! And it's a hardcore Platonist and a metaphysician, translator of ancient Pali, Romanized Sanskrit, and ancient Greek. I always cringe when I hear the words said, free will. Because from the premise of monistic metaphysics, logic, wisdom, and if you have a lot of common sense, there is no such thing as free will. People say human beings have free will. No, they do not. There is no more free will. Hold on a second before you protest too damn much so I can actually draw a conclusion and you don't jump to conclusions about what the heck it is I'm saying. Human beings do not have free will. Free will is potential. It is not actual. The same way that you can't chop yourself off a cord of wood from an acorn because not yet an oak tree, you get my point? Human beings do not have a free will. There is two types, well, there's actually three types of will, but discussing the third type would take a long time, and that's some hardcore abstruse, there's a word everybody should learn, abstruse metaphysics. There is proactive will, and there's a reactive will. Example of a reactive will. An animal, for example. You know, if you come up to a stray dog or something like that and you kick it in the butt, I'm not saying that you should, not against cruelty. This is an example. It will turn around and it'll bite you, right? You know, it'll gnaw on your ankle and make you bleed, right? That's reactive. Pure causation. Cause, effect, right. Okay? Proactive will is where one engages in cogitation and analysis, something that happens. Like, it's just human beings. I mean, animals, people, human beings are animals. If you punch someone in the face, they're not going to think about it. Let's say this is just sheer example, okay? You got a hothead. You know what a hothead is, right? Okay. For some reason, you come up and you slap a hothead in the face, and he's packing, and he swings around, and without any thinking, like a pure animal, he busts a cap in your face, and then you end up in the morgue, and it's all over with. Boom. Proactive will, reactive will. What is potential, and this is something that is very distinctly taught by the Platonists, what is potential is not actualized. Your house could be sitting on top of $1 trillion of gold, but if it's like 1,000 feet underneath the foundation of your house, it is not actual. I mean, you could be scrounging the peanut butter and the dollar loaf of bread. What is potential is not actual. It always makes me sick when people talk about, well, human beings have free will. No, they don't. Human beings do not have free will. They potentially have free will, and they have another will modality. And say will is, the ancient Greek would be the nous, or the chit in ancient Prakrit. Is not suvimutta chitasa, as the ancient Pali would go, which I know you don't know ancient Pali, but I mean it is not self-reflexive. It is a purely reactive animal. Human beings do not have a free will at all. If human beings have free will, and you have to think about this for a second, if human beings have free will, like say somebody bought lumber, right? It's like, we buy big wood. we buy walnut wood, right? It's like, we like per, what is wood measured by? I think measured by the pound or anyway, it's like, you go up to the lumber yard with a bag full of walnuts. It's like, here you go. It's like, that's not what, you get my point. Take like 150 years to grow those walnuts into big walnut trees, and then you could like sell the wood. Yeah. It's as ridiculous to think a bag of walnuts is equal to lumber as it is to think human beings have free will, because it is not actualized, because there's proactive will and reactive will, and human beings are not natively coherent with one that is self-reflexive and enumerative of its actions or non-actions thereof before making an existential or a psychophysical action as a resultant to a point of causation. Kind of like a dog doesn't think. You kick a dog, it's going to turn around and it's going to chew your leg off, right? It's an animal. Human beings are mostly the same way. And this is why I always get pissed when I hear someone say, hey, human beings got free will. No, they don't. No, they don't. Enter wisdom, the rarest thing on earth. When's the last time you ever heard someone use the word wisdom, other than myself, huh? TV show. I don't care if you're a couch potato or you're like out in the real world all day long. Doesn't matter if you're sitting on the couch or you're out in the real world. When's the last time you heard the word wisdom? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I rest my case. This is what the Indians would call the Kali Yuga. You don't know what the Kali Yuga is? You might want to look that one up. You might want to look it up. Thank you so much for watching. Увидимся, до свидания, hasta luego. It's hasta luego, isn't it, right? Пока, and yeah, all that good stuff. If you like this video, you can click the link below. Tell me to jump off a cliff, whatever makes you happy, 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 happy. Thank you. Goodbye. Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum.